Because my Uncle Jeff stops by today, and he says it's too damn cold in the shop. So
I was the whiny one.
he was the whiny one. So his thought process, because he says he's seen this, I trust him. Do you guys? But he's gonna take this AC, and we're gonna put it up in there, make another hole in the top, backwards, and then we're gonna have not free heat, but electric heat.
Okay, so the idea is that we want to trick the sensor on this air conditioner unit, and that is your sensor right there. This is just stuffed into the vanes with a little piece of plastic. So the only thing we have to discover is whether crossing the wires in this makes this air conditioner think that it's hot in the room that it's trying to cool, or that it's two wires separated makes it think that the room is cold
So just
or hot.
just a thought process.
Yep.
If that's the
That's
temperature
the
sensor,
It's the one and only sensor.
couldn't you just hold that in your hand?
And the reading will go up on here because it looks...
Yeah.
All right, so let's
Give
try
a
that.
shot.
All right, it's going to be noisy for
Yeah.
It's at home.
Noise alert.
power. There.
What's there?
Saying 60.
60.
Well, it's set at 60. I don't know what it thinks.
Yeah, I don't know that part either.
I know. I probably got to only get that thing up to about 82.
That should do it. That should do it. It's set for 60.
Well, it says temp
There
time.
you
There
go.
it's coming on now. So feel the other side. See how much? Well, it has to run one full cycle, or you're going to start to feel heat come off here. Because right now it's compressing.
So we'll just give it a minute.
Yeah. While I freeze in this freaking cold wind.
Yeah, we put Jeff on the worst side for him.
So now that it thinks that the room is hot, it's going to try to make the room cold and shoot cold air this side. But to make cold air, it has to compress and make hot air, and that's what it usually shoots outside. We're going to spin around the other way and make heat on the inside. Ordinarily, I'd find center, but we're going to use geometry instead. All right, so what did they say? That was 23 7/8.
Yes.
One tape measure, one level wide. Think this thing's accurate?
I've used it on a lot of projects. It's always done me okay.
Okay, so we're just gonna go one tape measure wide.
Here at Junker Clunkers, we don't have tape measures. Or we do, we just can't find them.
Our unit of measure is
Eyeball.
that would be square, right?
Sure. You can't do worse than I did down here.
All right.
Oh yeah.
All right.
Now I have two holes. It's tech time with Jeff.
came out.
Boom, boom. You're talking like you don't know what you're doing now.
So now we gotta find center on this.
Ah.
So I'll show you a little trick. And that's pretty close to center, just so we can see where we're at. We got a piece that's 20 and a half, should be 10 and a quarter.
I'll be jiggered.
And we have our half mark, goes halfway in the window. We screw it down to that.
Well, I mean, it ain't gonna be stupid to us because we hit bonding time.
Bonding time, and we check to see.
And me and my uncle had some bonding time together.
We would.
1, a 2, and a 3.
All right, go deep in there. Deep in there. All right, I gotta be up over that thing when I go in.
Putting it on my belly so I can try and lift it higher.
All right, once you're done jolting it around, I'll
Hold on a second. Get up. Go ahead and get up where you need to get up. I got it.
working on it. Son of a bitch, is that fucker heavy.
Yeah. You okay?
Okay. We're on the thing. Let it down a little bit. Okay. On the 2x. So we got what we're trying to look at here. If I can get the light around. So this sensor right here. See if I'm centered. Okay, so this sensor right here usually sits in the blowing end of the room. So it just senses the air going by it. If it reads that it's cold, it says, okay, good enough, and shuts the machine off. If it's reading too hot, it says, oh, they need more cool in there, depending on how you have the thermostat set. So what I'm doing is I'm tricking the thermometer on this thing to think it's hot in here. And we don't know whether cutting the wires to it make it think it's hot or whether it's cold. If you tie the two wires together, it's going to read 100%, and the thing figures out whether that's 110 degrees or whether it's 32 degrees. We don't know. So we're going to cut one wire so it doesn't sense this thermometer anymore. Okay, so I am cutting. Which one do you want me to cut? The black wire?
The black wire. Just only the black though.
All right.
Still alive.
Okay. Powering on. The little readout reads 85 degrees. So that's probably really good. The room thinks it thinks the room is 85 degrees. Okay, so we got a good read on the gauge. This is the wires together. Now it reads 85. So one wire cut makes it think it's at maximum temperature in the room. So now
we
pick up
wait.
some tools.
Now we
Close
wait
the
to see if
door.
it works.
Let's see if it makes it.
So far it's just blowing cold, but that don't mean nothing.
Well, it's blowing this room air around. And it's cold.
So we'll show a test. Right now,
You have to wait for the cycle to spell it too.
right now we're reading 49 degrees, 48 degrees. So we're gonna let it run for a few minutes and we'll check it again. We're starting to feel heat come off. Not a lot yet, but just enough. Let's do it. We're already at 58 degrees, 56. So it's already come up 10 degrees roughly. That was only like 2 minutes. We'll let it run a little bit longer and see how warm we actually get. All right, so she did shut off once. Couldn't really figure it out. Jeff just went in and connected the thermostat and then disconnected it. Right now it's pushing out 66, 65 degrees, so it was 34. Oh, we're dropping now. It just shut off. So it keeps shutting off.
It's gonna run a cycle. It gets hot and cold, hot and cold.
How long do you think it's going to be until it turns back on?
It's pushing cold.
Oh yeah, she's cold now. It's 54. Well, I mean, it's still warmer than what it is outside.
No frost.
He's checking for frost right now.
I don't see any frost.
We're just wondering if it... We're just not really sure. This is a...
I connected it and disconnected it again.
Is it going to kick on, you think? I'm wondering if we loom those. I really do. Cut the other one and strip it back and tie it on and see what happens.
We can just cut it. I don't think it's going to do anything because that takes a cycle to, like a circuit to make the sensor work.
We're at 50 now. Is that what you're doing?
I got it connected together. It says 60 degrees on the readout. I disconnect it. It says 85.
Maybe the other side is the thermostat side and the other it just kicked on.
It just kicked on.
So what the hell is that? Maybe one of them is for what this is pushing out and the other one is for what the room temperature is. You know what I mean?
It only has one sensor.
No, I understand that,
The sensor's disabled.
but you got two wires.
I know, but it's like DC. It has to take a circuit to make it work. Right now, this thing isn't giving sense reading back to the rig. But separately, when I put the circuit together, it can suddenly read the sensor. And then it reads 60 up there. I break the circuit and it reads 85 up there. And it thinks the room is hot again. Doesn't make any sense.
It was on.
Pushing cold. Just shut it off and reset it.
All right, guys. So there was another thermostat down by one of the pipes. That's what it is. I cut it back. What I did first, I pulled it out of where it was sitting, and I held it with my hand, and it started kicking on heat again. So just snipped it. So if this doesn't work, we can at least put this thing back together, maybe. Producing 65 degrees of heat is always good. All right, so we've been running for, what do you say, about 25 minutes?
Oh, I think so.
So we're running at about 63 in the middle. $63. And what do we recorded that at what before? 49 and something?
Yeah, 40.
We're at 52 degrees there. And we're at about 52 degrees there too. And 51 over that way. Yeah, so it is heating. It is heating, it is working. You have to pull out the thermostat not thermostat, but the
Frost sensor. Or
yeah, the
something.
frost sensor or something like that. Like I said, we clipped it where we could put it back on, and then the we call that thermostat. No, it's just the thing shuts. And then the little thermostat that reads off the fins, and it stays running. Is this a 100% efficient way of heating your garage? Probably not. Is it a kind of cool hack and you need heat for an emergency? Yeah, I think that this would work. I guess you guys can be the judge on this one. I guess if you got a smaller room on like a big garage, long garage like this that has almost no insulation and plenty of cracks letting cold air in and humidity, I think that this would work for a smaller room if you had to. Yeah, if you had to in kind of an emergency situation, your heater dies and you got nothing else to do. You think it's warmer in here?
It feels warm. Not like I'm in a sauna warm, but
Yeah,
somewhat warm.
it's pushing out about 64 degrees and it's 50, almost 52 over there.
You might be a redneck.
You might be we Vermonters, don't you know?
He is. You know, it's probably nobody's going to split wood after this, you know. Well, we're going to get all forested up.
Now there you go, that's another idea. If you've got several of these and you don't mind holes in your wall, could you imagine 4 or 5 of these things going?
Well, if they all make 64 degrees, I mean, yeah.
You'd get quite warm.
This is an old, inefficient Frigidaire.
Yeah, this thing's probably 15 years old at least. Oh, all right. So you want to do the outro, Jeff?
What the what?
The outro. You're talking to the people. You got to say thanks for coming in.
Oh,
Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe.
oh, like, share, and subscribe.
You gotta like, share, and subscribe. We're at 701 subscribers so far.
Why
You know.
only 700? Just hit the button.
Just hit the button.
It's just so easy. Finger.
Thanks for coming in, guys. We'll see you next time.